Life in the field is incredibly varied and it changes a lot from place to place. You're working together, living together, socialising together with your colleagues in incredibly close quarters, which I think makes it different from any other job. I was working for another organisation in Turkey, starting up our humanitarian response for the Syria crisis. While I was there, had the opportunity to see MSF's work. MSF were working inside Syria and they were delivering frontline, life-saving healthcare activities. And I think for me that was the first time the light switch really went on. Of course, I had heard about MSF before and was aware of them, but it was the first time I had a chance to really see what MSF can do. The typical role of a field coordinator in MSF is someone who's responsible for analysing the context. So what that means in practice, I guess, is looking at the current humanitarian situation and how that affects MSF's ability to do its work. It also means supervising the implementation of our healthcare activities, providing that coordination link with roles such as finance and logistics that help us to do our project activities, and then also supervising any emergency response activities that we need to do in the project. I love working in the field, and that's what I like, is being really close to our programs and really close to the communities we're working with. That for me is the most rewarding part. So I really enjoy the lifestyle as well, don't get me wrong, it's really interesting. I think one of the benefits that no one tells you about this job is that you go to places that no one has ever seen. So to give you an example, when I was working in Somaliland, on one of our days off, a couple of us went to see some cave paintings. And these cave paintings are the oldest in all of East Africa. And it just made me feel that I'm one of a very small handful of people outside of this country who is probably ever going to see these paintings. So yeah, that's fantastic too. I mean, you get to travel and see the world and live and work with people from lots of different countries and cultures, which is always really interesting. You know, for me, I think the turning point for my parents is when I went on my first field mission to South Sudan, and I was writing them weekly emails, kind of explaining to them what I was doing on a day-to-day basis, what my daily life was like. And then I think they really started to understand what the work involved and what I was doing. But I definitely think for the first 6 months, every time I would talk to my mum and dad, my dad in particular would say, "Oh, you look really good." Not in a complimentary way, in a way that he was surprised that I still looked okay. Yeah, it's great. And to be honest, I think when you do this work and you move around so much, it's really important to have that anchor and to have that home base. So it's really nice. So in between missions, I go home to my mum and dad, have some home comfort, stuff like that. So I guess for anyone thinking of joining MSF, my advice is basically just do it. Like I said, I'm new to MSF, but first impressions have been absolutely great. Team have been really friendly and really welcoming. The organisation is everything that I thought it would be, and so I think, yeah, you've nothing to lose, so just go ahead and apply.